My name is Brian Shannon, and I am the president of the Whitewater Grocery Co-op, located in Whitewater, Wisconsin. I do realize that it is March of 2025, but I am proud today to finally be able to present the Fall-Winter 2024 annual meeting and update. I want to apologize for the delay in getting this information out. The board has been very busy in working on site selection, and there were a number of things going on in our personal lives that just caused this bit of a delay in terms of getting this out. But we are excited to be able to give you kind of a status update of where we are at and what is going on with the Whitewater Grocery Co-op. So first and foremost, I want to introduce myself. My name is Brian Shannon. I am the president of the Grocery Co-op and have been since June of 2024, right around the anniversary last year. I have my contact information on the slide here. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am more than willing to talk to you about what is going on and the status of this massive project. I work with the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater in the communication department, teaching classes in journalism and media production, and I also serve as Associate Director of Undergraduate Research for the university. I'm also currently a member of the Whitewater City Council, where I represent the west side of Whitewater, where my wife Heather and I live, along with our two cats, George and Creamsicle, and we are excited as we continue to make Whitewater our home and get involved in the community in various ways, whether it be the Grocery Co-op as well as City Council and other organizations as well. Our big focus over the last year and a half has been site, and more site. As you may recall, early in 2024, a message went out to the owners regarding the site of the old Wrap and Ship at 116 East Main that had originally been slated as a strong contender for site development. However, upon further research of the site, a number of challenges arose in regards to selecting that specific site. Most notably was a sewer line that ran basically directly through the middle of the proposed development site. Movement of that sewer was estimated to cost at least $250,000 to move, which would be a huge financial undertaking along with constructing the store. It was at that point that the board decided that we would investigate other alternatives, and we have been working on that since. We've had numerous meetings with Taylor Zeiner, the City of Whitewater Economic Development Director, as well as other possible site places and the owners of those sites, and had many conversations both talking about things of east side versus west side versus more south side, updates to performa based on these shifting site challenges, so that when we select a ultimate site, we are making sure we are making a decision that is in the best financial interest of all of our owners, as well as ensuring that we are setting ourselves up for success when we start to physically build out our grocery store. So, do we have a site yet? We do not, but we are down to about 3 main contenders and are having conversations as a board, as well as with these various sites, as well as with other individuals that have valuable insights in terms of the finances of pros and cons of each of these sites. At this point, we can't say much more than that, as we want to make sure we have the best outcome for our owners, and by specifically promising something, we don't want to then underdeliver on that, and so that is why we are not stating any specifics at this point in time. However, we are hoping to nail down a site in the very, very near future. We also want to take a moment to discuss the current financial picture of the Whitewater Grocery Co-op. It is currently looking fairly strong. As you can see in this chart here, each column here is talks through the financial picture from 2017 to present. Additionally, it discusses where major chunks of our funding has come from. If you notice here, the $150 per owner equity payments has been a primary source of revenue for the grocery co-op. It has raised over $130,000 in owner equity, and this project would not be possible without each and every one of you. And so I want to take a moment to thank you for believing in this project and continuing to believe in it as well. We have also received over $62,000 in donations and state and federal grants as well. And grants will continue to play a major role as well as we move into the eventual construction stage of our grocery co-op. As you can see, in 2024, we brought in a below average income with slow owner growth and no current grants. I also want to point out that the black parts of this chart include funding from grants received in past years, and we are actively seeking some new grants to help us in the next steps of this project. Our next slide specifically breaks down expenses by type. We stuck to a very conservative budget in 2024. In 2022 and 2023, we worked a great deal with consultants as we navigated the site selection process. And as you can see, for those years, the larger expenses that we paid were mostly covered specifically by a large grant. In 2024, we wrapped up those consulting efforts and have begun working to navigate the tricky site selection process on our own. And finally, the last slide is a summary of the previous two. It shows our income for each year in green and our expenses for each year in purple. And the gold line at the top is the running balance of unspent owner equity. Our cash balance at the end of 2024 was approximately $24,000. As we continue to work on grants and move towards our ultimate site selection, we continue to make strong, sound financial decisions that are based on data, what our current financial situation is, and making sure that we are making the best financial decisions and best use of financial resources that the grocery co-op has. That being said, this is a people-powered mission, and volunteers are needed, specifically in a couple of different areas, including but not limited to data entry and updates, grant writing and research, and you don't need any experience. Our grant guru, Breanne Brown, is glad to help teach, train, and help get us up with that. We also are in need of a social media guru to help leverage and increase our social media efforts. If any of these or you have other ideas for potential volunteer opportunities, please reach out to me at the email address listed here. So at the end of the day, we are still here and still very much active. We hold our monthly meetings on the fourth Monday at 6 p.m. of each month, occasionally shifting around based on holidays and things like that. We are also going to be restarting our monthly newsletters. This video here serves as sort of the kickoff to that initiative. We are also planning a special market day coming in summer of 2025, and we'll release more details via that newsletter and email communications in the coming weeks and months. In late summer 2025, we will hold our board elections. And finally, in fall of 2025, we will hold our fall owners meeting, where we will offer more updates and insights as to what is happening with the Whitewater Grocery Co-op. So we are still very much active. We very much want to hear from you, and we definitely want to work with you and work as a community as we continue to build the Whitewater Grocery Co-op. As I mentioned earlier, we have done a couple of market studies over the course of the last year. Those market studies have revealed that while Aldi has come to town, there is still very much a strong market and strong demand for a grocery store such as the Whitewater Grocery Co-op, and we still firmly believe in the mission, vision, and values that have been set up for the Whitewater Grocery Co-op, and we hope that you will continue to join us and stay engaged in the process as we hope to bring a community-owned grocery store to the city of Whitewater, Wisconsin. This has been Brian Shannon. I want to thank you for listening to today's update. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you and have a wonderful day.